solid waste. You need to look at that before you would propose that. Otherwise, you may create contract violations. We have a contract with Carroll County Solid Waste, the city does. And that contract determines certain terms of what has to be done. I am not telling you it will or won't violate it, but if you haven't looked to make a proposal at this table and act now to do away with yellow bags could potentially put the city in jeopardy.
I'd like to have that opinion in writing, signed, and attached to the minutes, please.
You have my opinion here at the table. It's recorded, and you have your secretary or your minute taker. You do not have the right to ask for an expenditure of the city. My budget is paid through the mayor's office. Unless you'd like to pass an ordinance to pay me directly.
Not likely.
Well, one of the reasons that I co-sponsored this is because I've gotten the same request, and also if you drive down Main Street on a Tuesday night after 10, 11 o'clock and you see the mounds and mounds and mounds of black bags. And then it was interesting before this finally got to the table after being postponed a couple of times that there was a Citizen of the Week and the Loveland County Citizen for the efforts that were being put into recycling by a particular business in town, and also a letter to the editor by another conservative citizen about the yellow trash bags being a motivator for recycling. I too believe that there could be some meeting of the minds, which apparently, I don't know whether at this table or with the Carroll County Waste Disposal or whatever, because any contract can be amended if both parties agree to it, whether there's a year, 2 years, or 6 months left on it. My concern is, again, we've heard two dissenting from the table who are both business owners, which I don't think totally expresses the concerns of the citizenry. But I feel that there should be something looked into as far as either amending the requirements of the contract with this Carroll County Waste or something. All I remember is whenever I first started getting involved in city government, whenever I came on planning commission, is one of the verboten topics that I was told never to discuss, which, immediately perked up my ears, was yellow trash bags. So I think just because we've always done it that way does not necessarily make it correct.
Mr. DeVito.
Well, while I may be a business owner, I still retain my citizenship in this community. So I might find a little bit of difficulty in pitting the business community against the citizenry in this community, because we are all part of the same community. We pay for our trash. If I put out more than what my allotment is every week, I pay an additional fee. With all due respects to the two council people who seem to be getting, I have had no correspondence with anybody regarding yellow trash bags. We've had one person speak at the microphone. I don't see this upswelling of concern in the populace over this. Now, as to what Ms. Ballance said about disproportionate payment, about 10 years ago when we were faced with a crisis on water and sewer usage, the burden was disproportionately put on the business community, and we've accepted that and dealt with that. Our bills went up considerably. Now, the schedule of rates on water usage was made to address the overwhelming majority of the businesses in the community. There are a few businesses that use an extreme amount of water, and they do get a discount on their usage. But the overwhelming majority of businesses in this community were put into a category where we absorbed a considerable uptick in our fees. And businesses has been absorbing quite a bit, and to encumber businesses at this time with any more fees, I feel may not be the best issue based on what I see as a subjective evaluation of whether this is an issue to begin with. So, I entertain any responses from the community if they would like to contact me on this issue, but as yet I've had none whatsoever.
Anybody else? All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd move to form a committee to research this and see if we can come up with any solutions.
Motion made to form a committee. Is there a second?
Second.
Made and seconded. Discussion on the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
No. All right, roll call.
Mr. Berry?
No.
Mr. Pownall?
Yes.
Ms. Alexander?
Yes.
Ms. Ballance?
Yes.
Mr. DeVito?
No.
Dr. Kirkpatrick?
Yes.
4-2. Y'all going to discuss the committee now?
Sure. Move to discuss.
Go ahead.
I would entertain that that be put on the agenda for the next meeting.
Okay. Good enough. This will move us right along. Is there a motion to put it on the next agenda?
Also move.
I'll second.
Made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Outstanding. Okay. Number 12, I withdrew. Number 13, update on the restrooms. Okay, here's the update on the restrooms. We put out a public notice for applicants to come in. We received 7. As of today, everyone has withdrawn except one. We are still trying to find some other people to come in. This gentleman has placed restrictions on what he wants to work. I can't do it that way. I have to have somebody I can rely on. So we're back to square one now. There was some issues about when the bathrooms are being closed. Chief Hyatt said the third shift officers are the one closing the bathrooms after 9 o'clock, unlocking them. So that's no longer an issue. We will endeavor to find someone to take care of this. We may have to do a little wrenching within in-house, but we'll figure it out. Yes, sir.
Is this being approached as an additional city employee or an independent contractor?
Additional city employee for the time being. Any further? Okay. Number 14 is discussion of budget amendments. Mr. Ballance, Ms. Ballance and Mr. Pownall. Motion to discuss.
Move to discuss.
Second.
Made and seconded. All in favor?